everyone, and thanks very much for joining me on Dean the Vaping Biker. And now we're going to go through another quick vlog on a Sunday for a change. So excited. Okay, so first off, I'm really sorry that I haven't done any kind of fun, funky stuff at the start of this one. I'll explain why that is in a bit. But yeah, it's been a hell of a week. It's been a week. I've got a load of notes again. Yes. Okay, so I did put at the start of the video a little bit of the tidying stuff that I've been doing in the office. I am sweating like a fat kid on crack. It's a nightmare. And I've just had a shower as well. But yeah, today the wife has very kindly helped me. The studio was just really cram-packed after the move. Everything just got thrown in here, and it didn't really get the chance to be put anywhere, if you like. So you're always climbing over stuff. So my window that's over there, I had to sort of climb over boxes and storage boxes and whatever else to get to it. And the lighting was all in the way, and it was all just an absolute nightmare. So we've now moved everything around. We've taken everything out. We've brought everything back in, and it's not perfect. I've still got kind of this area that I've got to worry about. But that area over there is all gravy. What I'll do is I'll show you I'll give you a tour of the place or something. Not a tour. It's not big enough for a tour. I'll show you. I've got some shelves I want to put up first. And then I'll show you how we're getting on, just so you can see stuff if you're interested. But yeah, I mean, it's still not a big room, not by any stretch of the imagination, but at least it's kind of, you know, it's a little bit more organised, and I can get to the window without tripping over myself and dying, which is nice. Let's have a little vape, shall we? Let's put some juice in a thing. Oh, hey, guess what? Guess what popped? It was my phone. Hold on. Stay you there for a moment. Right, we're off. Good. Right, now then, where was I? So this week has been a bit sporadic for me, I'm afraid. And the reason there isn't a whole bunch of extra kind of fun content at the start of this one, or there isn't any outside stuff going on, is this week I had to go to the hospital. Yeah. Yeah, I had to go to the pain clinic and various other bits and bobs just because of my fibro and things, and I had a bit of a swollen knee and stuff. So just had a sort of a mild flare. So I'm just kind of taking care of business for that one, which isn't anything too drastic. I'm just giving it a good old rest. So because of that, I've not really been going out and about and doing anything exciting, and I've not been able to go out and about on the bike just because I'm very poor until Wednesday. Once Wednesday happens, then everything will be back to normal again. So yeah, so apologies for not having any kind of real fun outside stuff for this one, but I will make an effort, and I'm enjoying doing it. I am enjoying kind of doing stuff. I mean, I said to you guys a long time ago that when I did do this channel, when I record for this, when I put content out on this channel, one of the things that I want to do is I want it to be kind of conversational. I want it to be like we're kind of sitting down the pub or just having a chat. So that way there's not too many jump cuts and all that sort of malarkey. Now, by doing the stuff outside, it means there is going to be cuts in there, but hopefully I'm putting things in a kind of almost still a conversational kind of way. So you still kind of get a vibe that it's a pretty personal kind of experience. And I'm bringing you into whatever I'm up to as well. So hopefully that kind of thing is working out. And I'm enjoying doing it because it's kind of encouraging me to be a little bit more creative with my content. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of that moving forward. And daft intros and all that sort of stuff. I'm sure there'll be plenty of that going on. So yeah, I am enjoying it, and it does take a little bit extra time, but I think it's worth it. And from what I'm reading on the comments, I think you guys are too. Liking it, worth it, like it. So tired. It's 10 to 9 at night now. 10 to 9, and I'm going to record this. I've got to marry up the audio. I've got to then upload. I've got to compress the file. Then I've got to upload it. I do think that I want to upgrade my editing software. Now, I think I'm also going to include in descriptions the equipment that I'm using, because I have had of late quite a few people ask me what kind of stuff I'm using. So if you're one of those people, I'm using a Canon G7X Mark II to record on right now and for a bunch of the outside stuff. I also use my GoPro, which is a GoPro Black, which I use on a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, this is kind of, I showed you on the last vlog, I think, that this is what I'm using when it comes to going on the bike and all that sort of gear. I also do use my Samsung S6 as well. Oh, sorry, headphone users. I do use my Samsung S6 as well, just because the highest setting, you are looking at 60 frames per second at 1080p, and it's not too bad. So yeah, it's kind of all working out well. So I use those three. I've got a Blue Yeti mic on a boom arm that's attached to the desk, which is why that happens. So I apologise if you got that booming noise down your earphones. So I'm trying to work out a way of doing that. I'm going to sort of attach rubber and various other things to try and fix that kind of booming coming through. On the boom arm, it's a Blue Yeti microphone with a pop filter, and I'm going through Audacity for all my sound. So I think that about... Oh, and I've got a 3-point lighting system going on, so hopefully there's no strange shadows or anything like that kicking over. And it highlights the grey hairs in my beard brilliantly, so I'm really happy about that. I've also, since I've changed the room, by the way, I've moved my lights kind of a little bit. I've moved that one back a little bit, and this one's a little bit higher, and that one's kind of in a different direction. So hopefully, I know I was looking up there, I do apologise. Hopefully, you'll see that there is a little bit of a difference. Maybe not quite so harsh. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. Am I actually recording in the right mode? I was fanning around with my camera early on, and over the last couple of days, and I took the sunset picture, which I may have already put up. If not, I'll be putting it up at the end, I imagine. But yeah, so I took a sort of a sunset out of the bedroom window, and so I fannied around with the camera, and I've just realised that I've not fannied around with it again to make sure it's all proper for the vlog. So hopefully, does it look alright? Look at those bags, will you? Look at them. I need a facelift. Right. Shall we see what we can crack on with? Let's have a vape. Look at all the space, look. That doesn't cloud the camera. Right, so then, what can we talk about? What have we got? So what have I been vaping on? There's not really a great deal, because my vlog last week came on a Monday, and I get most of my stuff come through on a Monday. I showed you the newer gear. So I have been vaping on the Disruptor from Inikin with the Axiom tank on it, and I've been actually quite impressed with this. I like this little setup. It's a great, it feels great. And it's been really, really enjoyable. I noticed that Mr. Todd copied me by having the white tip after he was scrabbling around trying to find a black one. But, you know, I have to copy these people sometimes. But no, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this setup a lot. It's just comfy in the hand. The tank, as I said I think I said on Monday's vlog, that it seemed to be a little bit more restricted than the sort of the previous tanks and the iSub VE, wherever the other iSub tank that I really like anyway, and it is, and I'm not sure if that kind of if this piece here is just a bit too solid and black and shapeless and lifeless to be interesting, but it's an enjoyable vape. It really is. It really is. What have I got on? 44 watts there. Another tape. And it's not a cloud tank. It's not. Wind. Excuse me. It's not a cloud tank. But it's quite a tasty little tank. It's quite a tasty little tank. I've still got the rebuildable head in here at the minute. I've put a couple of different builds in it now. And I'll be putting a couple more in before I put the stock coil in. And once I've had a go with the stock coil and that's broken in and I get a good vibe off that, then I will do the review for the pair of them together. But I'm not rushing it. I'm just kind of tootling on through, and you'll get it when you get it. But I want to make sure that it's a proper one, you know. Not saying that anyway. That's saying I want to make sure I'm comfortable with that device. There you go. That makes it happier. We've also had the Aspire mod as well, which is the Aspire NX75 mod with the Atlantis Evo tank on it. And to be honest, I do like it. This has got one of these really quick. See if we can. If I do that. Okay, right. If I tip it over there with the right way up, right way up, right way up, right way up. So it's got that really super quick kind of affair that the Plato had, which I really like. And as a mod, little, heavy, angular, and it packs quite a little punch. One of the things I really like about this as well, although you've got the battery that comes off on the side, it doesn't go all the way through. So it does tell you it's got big plus signs at the bottom there, but you pop your battery in, like so, and then it just kind of all slides on, which I think is quite a nice, neat little thing, rather than kind of putting all of the connections on the bit that you're doing other stuff. So it means that this piece doesn't have to plug into this piece, which is good because the contacts are on here. So I like that idea a lot, and it's nice and solid as well. It really is. It's a solid little mod. This is quite the little favourite for me at the minute. So yes, that's been going. Great guns. What else? I did the review for this week as well. The DNA 75 from Lost Fate, the Therian. And I really, really, really do like this mod. I think it's a little cracker. I really do. I think it looks classy. It is way better in the flesh than in pictures. It feels nice in the hand, and it works. That extra battery life is brilliant. And at £100, just under £100, I think it's a cheapish DNA 75 device that works really, really well. Lovely. Now then, you'll notice that on top of here, I have got the Mutation X V5 XL, which I showed you on Monday's vlog as well. But now I've been having a couple of builds in it. Now, if you weren't, this isn't looking too clever, but if you, is that going to focus up? Maybe not. You'll notice there's really not a whole hell of a lot of space in there to be building your coils. And which is unusual for 24mm atomizer. And I did mention that on the previous vlog. But I did also say that I think they might have been going for a little bit more of a flavour chasing kind of affair. And I think they may well be doing that. I like it, okay? First off, I like it. I really like the restriction of the lung hit. So even wide open, it is a slightly restricted lung hit. Which is strange to get used to because, as I mentioned before, the Mutation products have always been big, airy bastards. So they've just been monsters, you know. So to have a restriction on the lung hit is kind of a bit strange. But did I say you could do? It's a really loose mouth to lung, if you wanted to go mouth to lung, to be fair. I don't think that's really what this is designed for. I think this is possibly designed for that midway between clouds and flavour, and if you're not putting big wide coils in, you know, if you're using regular round wire coils, I think this bad boy is designed for that kind of building. I still can't figure out why they called it the Mutation X V5 XL, because it does make you think that it's just a larger version of the V5, but it's not. It's completely different. So anyway, that review is coming up, but I have been enjoying it, and I think it looks quite sweet on this mod as well. So there you go. I'll tell you about the juice in there in a minute, but that's nice. The tiny mods, we've still got the Tesla Stealth Mini and the J-Well Passy, which I've been rocking together. I've been doing this. The others have kind of taken precedence on a lot of the day stuff, and then when I'm sitting there with the wife and I'm watching a film or something, then I've been using these bad boys so I don't cloud everything out. And they're going really, really well. So hopefully those reviews will be up this week as well. So I'm aiming for the Mutation XV5XL. And should I do these together because they're both little things, or should I do? I'll probably do separate ones. So they're going great guns, and I do still think I love the fact that this is just a magnet on there, so you can just pop it out and pop it back in again. That makes me happy. The vape on it is pretty damn good, although I'm out of juice in there at the moment. There's no point in me trying to fill that up on camera now. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I'm enjoying them both, and I'm enjoying the K-Fun 2.1 in the Stealth without a doubt. So that appears to be that. Really thirsty. Now we're powering through today. This isn't going to be a long vlog today, boys and girls. The 3D DNA 75 from Jules Vapes. I've been rocking that as well, with the Nobunaga Mini on the top. And that's just a glorious little vape for me. I've really been enjoying that. And that's, I took the battery out just before the review for that so I could charge it up. But that is a great little mod, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. Super comfy. The exciting thing is as well, Mark from Jules Vapes has handmade a dual battery. Recording again. Anyway, I was saying that Mark from Jules Vapes was making a dual battery holder rather than the single, because you may remember, if you remember seeing this one, that at the moment we've got this bad boy, which is just the normal battery holder, and that just connects up to the board, which is splendid. Does a very, very good job. Lovely job. But yeah, so he's sending me that out, and so I can give that a good old run through. So Mark, if you're watching, I need to get in touch with you anyway, just to give you a good old rundown of my thoughts and stuff so far, because I think what you're doing on this is really, really good. So I will be doing a whole review at some point as well. There's nothing up there. I have had a couple of people mention that I never did the Tesla Nano review, because I said that I may review this just because, although it had been out quite a while, I've really enjoyed using it, and I still am really enjoying using it, but not obviously with the frequency, because I've got everything else I've got to go through. But I think this is going to be a photo review on the website, to be honest with you. So that's going to get that done, because that means that I can also do some work while the wife has gone to bed and all that sort of malarkey, without sitting here talking to a camera and upsetting the household. So that's going to be going. Now then, that's all the mods. That's what I've been vaping on. Juice. What juice have I been going? So I spent my Saturday with this stuff. This is Shark Gummies. This was sent over to me from Herman Vapes in the UK, and they had a shop open not so long ago as well, a new shop, which looks rather splendid. But no, I've been enjoying this. This is quite a nice vape. That's been going quite well. So whilst I was chilling out yesterday, there was a bunch of that going down, so I enjoyed that. The other thing, and I have been horribly addicted, I mentioned before, I think, about this stuff. Vapetasia. Now, I said before in the last vlog that Vapetasia in Vegas sent me through a bunch of juice, and this Royalty 2 was one of them. Now, that is what I am trying to hold on to for as long as I possibly can, because I feckin' love it. I really do. Now, after the last vlog where I mentioned about this stuff, Jeff actually got in touch with me, and he is from vapeallsorts.co.uk, and they stock it, which I'm very happy about. So I'm going to be going and buying some of this stuff come Wednesday, because I think it's bloody marvellous. And at $12.99 for 30ml, that's not a bad bloody price either. So yeah, Royalty 2, I would explain to you what it tastes like, but to me, it tastes nothing like its flavour profile. It's just fucking gorgeous. It really, really is nice. So I've been enjoying that a lot. I've also been cracking on with getting into slowly the Killer Custard. I know Vaping Vic V1CK. I know he's a big fan of this stuff, so I've been giving this a bit of a crack. It's all right. It's all right, but I mean, I've got my grumpy juice for the custard, and you know, but it's not an unpleasant custard, not by any stretch of the imagination. I have also tried out the Pineapple Express from these guys and Milk of the Poppy, which doesn't have poppy in it. It has strawberry and various other bits and bobs, and they're not bad. They're not bad. The pineapple is very pineapple-y, and the strawberry is kind of, it is quite fresh. It's got a little bit of a kind of a tinge over it, which I'm not entirely sure about, but I'm not getting into that because I don't do juice reviews because I'm shit at them. But then none of them are unpleasant, not by any stretch of the imagination. Now, while we're on juice as well, I've been saying about doing my own mixing session, which I am going to do, and I have had a play about when I've had time. The problem is, and I've been doing loads of these little 10mm kind of little affairs going on here. The problem is I'm doing something wrong. And I want to figure that out because I'm getting quite a kind of a harsh taste on the or not harsh taste. It's kind of hitting the back of my throat and being a bit spiky. You know, does that make sense? Kind of drying it, but not drying. So it's bound to be me. I'm using Flavor Art. Concentrates. I've got the nicotine doesn't taste all peppery and all that sort of malarkey. And I'm just using VG nicotine as well, and VG is all I'm using. I'm not adding PG to it. So, I've got to figure out what's going on there. Once I've sussed that out, then I'll let you know. Then I'll do the mixing video, and I'll be able to have some sort of experience and kind of overcoming a couple of issues to throw out there, which I'm quite looking forward to. Now, I'm treating myself to the royalty too tonight, boys and girls. Oh, yes, I am. Honestly, this stuff is bloody marvellous. I need 120 mils now. I haven't dared put it in a tank because I haven't wanted it to go very quickly, you know? Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Right, so I've had a few nice emails this week. We'll have a little look at YouTube comments and stuff in a minute, but nice emails, and I've got a couple of special mentions that I want to just push out there. Malcolm Thomas, if you're watching, you're a bloody lovely man. Thank you very much for your brilliant email, and I really hope you feel better very soon. I'm not going to read out emails and all that sort of stuff, but thank you for getting in contact, and I hope things. Sorry if you're wearing headphones. I hope things improve for you as quickly as they can. And also, Rob Teal, thank you very much to you for your email as well. It was once again another brilliant one and made me feel nice and warm and toasty. The pair of you guys made me feel warm and toasty on the inside, so thank you very much. And Rob, quite fresh to vaping, so hope your journey continues and you have a jolly good time with it, because it's a brilliant journey to go on, and there's just so much you can get involved with. It's all about learning. The more you learn, the more you realise you need to learn, and it's constantly challenging, and it's constantly fun, and it's constantly different, and there's just so many options out there that it's part of why I love vaping. It really is. So thank you very much for you two guys for your emails. That was very, very kind of you. Now what have I not done? I have not looked at my YouTube comments just to sort of prepare any, so I'm going to have a quick look now just to see if there's anyone I want to give a shout out to. Obviously, a shout out to everybody that watches the videos. I'm hugely appreciative of all of you, so thank you very, very much indeed. Holy crap, we're 2 subscribers away from 17,000. Wow. Thank you guys and girls. Thank you everyone. Thank you for watching. Don't get it, but thank you. Right. Let's have a look. Right. Andy Hamer. Watched my Velocity V2 today. Watching again, can't get enough of the guy. Don't know if he's talking about me or the Velocity V2. But there we go. Vaping Panda asked if the Dorf and the Asmodus Minikin 1.5 that I reviewed fit the original. I don't know, but then again, I don't think it was the door that was the problem on the original. I think it was the frame. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of people ask me about the TF V8. And I keep mentioning I've got no plans to review it. I'm sorry, guys, I just haven't. I do not see the point in having basically a cartomizer, a sub-ohm tank with the potential of having 8 coils in it. I think it's just ridiculous. I don't see it. And the previous one I thought was massively overhyped as well, to be honest. So there we go. What have we got? China 33, full new sub, and I rather like taking a walk with you and your dog. Thank you very much, China. Right, so I don't think there's just so many to choose from. You guys are just a lovely bunch of people. Monkey Clayton on the Limitless. That is a sexy fucking mod. That's what you got to say, isn't it, really? Gotcha. Yes, it is. J&K White, stunning, lovely videos. Thank you very much indeed. A few people obviously mentioned on the last vlog about the ticking noise as well. I have no idea what that was. Not a clue. Don't understand. Don't know what it was. No idea. A couple of people have asked about the muff that I mentioned in one of the videos, and that's it. It's a little hairy muff that this little bad boy goes on. That's not even going to focus it. It's just too hairy. This little bad boy goes on top of the microphone on the G7X there, which helps eliminate some of the wind noise, which I think he did a really good job on the what was the second video? I'll have a look. But on whatever the video was that I used it on, I think he did a really, really good job on that. That was on the Therian. So yeah, happy with that. To be honest, I could just sit here and go through all of these because there's been a lot of love this week. Thank you very much. Alan Mills. Alan. 20th is getting cut. Wednesday. Is Wednesday the 20th? It's getting cut on Wednesday. Which I'm very excited about. This is like the longest this hair has been for ages. Done absolutely nothing with that or the beard because I got out of the shower and had a quick dry and came straight in here. So yeah, I apologise if I look a bit of a dodgy old mess. Tell you what, let's not carry on going through here. But thank you very much to all of the comments, and thank you very much to all of the nice comments, especially, which most of them are. I'm very pleased to say. So, is there anything else I've put in the notes? Yes, there is. Coming in. We've got a couple of exciting things. I still am getting the Movkin Squonker gear, which is that massive kind of triad / RX looking thing, but bigger, and for squonking. So that's coming in. Yeah, we'll see about that one. The Terminus RDA from Beyond Vape, a new RDA from those guys, that's coming in this week, hopefully. So looking forward to getting that. And the Tokugawa RDA from Tendu. And Tendu are the people that did the Nobunaga Mini and the full-size Nobunaga that I reviewed months ago. Really liked him. And the Tokugawa RDA itself has got a really interesting way of capturing the wire. So I'm looking forward to, I think Grim posted a picture up on his Instagram, I think, recently. And it's definitely a really interesting way of doing the wire. So I'm looking forward to getting that through so I can have a good old play with that, because I think that's going to be really, really interesting. So, right, now I've got a little bit, I don't rant, I never rant, but I've got a little bit of a... Right, are we ready? Now then, I said last week about these. Iron Maiden RDTAs. Big Jenny style RDTAs, ripping off the Iron Maiden logo with like a treat. Looking like that. And they're looking like a big bugger. They look like there's potential there, okay, from the sort of the brief look at things. So because of the potential, and because I'm a conscientious reviewer, I wanted to give them a review. So before I could do that, obviously I had to use them for a while. Now the first one I decided to build was the black one, which looks all very funky and black and all that sort of malarkey. So where you go, I started to build it, and then as I was putting the coils in, the positive post was really, really loose. So I thought, well, that can't be good at all. So the 510 pin goes all the way through, and then like a lot of velocity style posts, it's like an L shape. The post is up here. There's a bit along the bottom, which that all sits in a insulator. And the 510 goes into that. So fair enough. It's got an adjustable pin at the bottom, so sort of a screw in a screw, if you like. So I took that out to be able to, so I could put a reasonable purchase. Now, I only used one of my little electrical screwdrivers, so just one of these little buggers, just to give it a tighten up. Now, the moment I put the and I know I gorilla things, but I didn't on this occasion. The moment I gave it a slightest bit of tightening, it threaded the screw in the top there. Now, if I can remember, I will try and put a picture up here. Now, not sure if the picture is really going to highlight the fact that the end of the screw is threaded, but it's threaded nonetheless. So I thought, well, that's not cool. That's not cool. So I couldn't use it because I couldn't secure the positive post. So that annoyed me a lot. So I thought, well, there you go. Shit happens. It happens. These things go on. So what we'll do is we'll get the stainless one out. It looks better under camera anyway, so we'll get the stainless one out and have a little blast on that one. Took it out of the box, felt the positive pin with my hand, gave it a little bit of a thing, and it didn't wiggle, so aces, I thought. Lovely old job. So I put a 22 gauge Canthel build in, just 8 wraps aside, I think, or 9 wraps aside, something like that. Put them in at the posts like you normally do, tighten everything up, put the 3mm little thingamajig, one of these little jobs. Put the 3mm one of these in the coil. Whoopee. Stuck that in so I could position the coil where I wanted it, and as soon as I moved it, it pulled the positive post off the thread of the 510. What the fuck? So and exactly the same thing happened there. So the material used, it was a pretty ropey tolerance, to be fair. It wasn't a real tight tolerance that we've come to expect. So even sort of before then, you can tell when you screw the 510 in further that there's still a bit of wobble room in there. However, I think the material that's used. Camera went off again. What the fuck? Might be getting hot. Wonder if it's getting hot. Wonder if that's a thing. I need to put a fan on it. Who knows? Anyway, what I was saying about this one. So the material doesn't say what the material on the 510 is, but whatever it is, it's soft as shite and made of blancmange. So both of these are pointless. I've fed back to Hell Vape, who made these, and told them all about it. It was quite a challenge because then they asked me if I knew how to build an RDA, but so that happened. Then they're going back to the production department or line manager or whatever it was. They said that they might send me out another one. I said there's no point until you change that material. So who knows? There may be one come through again. If there is, then I'll let you know. But it's not, I just feel hugely let down by the whole thing. They did send on an RDA as well, this Alien X thing, which is a 3-post stripper with air holes in the eyes, like that, look. And that's as close to a review as that's getting because they didn't ask if I would review it. So that's that. And based on my experience of these, I'm just, the logo. That's the other thing I said about the logo. And they actually said, well, they really like the band. So they know they're blatant about it being an Iron Maiden thing. But then I said, even if you called it an Iron Maiden with a different logo, an Iron Maiden is a torture device used many years ago, like a big coffin with spikes in. So I don't get it. Why would you call your RDA that? Anyway, that's as close as I'm getting to a rant. So that's it. If I have anything come back from them that's remotely useful, I will let you know. But in the meantime, what I would, based on my experience of those two devices, don't go and buy one. Now then, is there anything else cracking over? I don't think there is, ladies and gentlemen. Still got a bunch of stuff in the review queue that I really need to try and get a video a day out. I need to try and push for that, but it's quite a time-consuming thing. So yeah, what are we on now? It's 9:20. I started this at 10:02, I think, didn't I? So this will be around the half-hour mark, I imagine. There's nothing else really. I've got to tell you, the Limitless with the Limitless tank on it is still performing brilliantly. I'm having a great time with that. That's a really strong device, and certainly one that I need to go into. Oh no, I don't need to go. I've gone into it. I've used it. I don't even know what I'm saying. I haven't reviewed this yet. I'm not the Chris Scott Squonker. Should I do these together? I don't know. But this no name mods, no pity RDA, I still think it's so good. I still think this is an absolute peach. It really is, and it really is still a real kind of, for me, it's a real gentleman's vape, if you like. You know, I mean, even with the cloud cap on, it's not crazy. I've still never had an RDA so quiet. Which is not. Great stuff. So I really do need to get that one out. Now, that's not a cheap and cheerful, easy to get hold of RDA. So I'm not going all hoity-toity and hoi polloi if I do, or when I do the review on that. But it's just a really nice piece of kit if you like a very tight draw. So I think it's a valid one to include in the channel, without a doubt. And I think it's brilliant. What else? There isn't anything else, guys and girls. There really isn't. I found some knives. I do like knives. I'm not going to show them because it's irresponsible. But I like I used to collect knives before everything was illegal in the world. And I've got a couple of my old corkers which I use for undoing boxes and packaging and all that. And I found them in the whole moving stuff and unpacking stuff that we've done today. It's been brilliant because I found a few of them. So yeah, little things like that make me happy. What else? Is there anything else? I've still not tried these quick wicks yet, which I will try. I'll try and remember to try on the next one. And bearing in mind that I went through the Easy Tank, which I think is a great option if you've got dexterity issues. I think these could be in exactly the same kind of form. They look like a shoelace. Okay, so you've got your wick here, and this little section here is like a little plastic nubbin thing. I can't remember what they called it in cocktail, but there we go. This little plastic affair going on right here. Now what happens is you feed that through your 3mm coil, and then you just pull that off, and that should spring out, but it's not springing out. There we go. So that is that's a way of wicking it. So yeah, I do need to give these a go, because if they don't kind of separate very well, then they're going to be no good to anyone. But yeah, I will give them a go on the next RDA, or the next time I wick something rather. That's it. That really is it. Yes, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So it's Sunday night. I'm going to edit all this together. Now I've got 3 sections of videos because my camera kept cutting out. Why is that happening? And I'm going to carry on vaping at my royalty too. All right. It kind of reminds me of a bit of a tobacco kind of vibe, like Foos Gold and that kind of vibe, that kind of thickness to it. But it's not. There's no tobacco in it, so it's not that kind of flavouring's not in there. So I don't know, but I bloody like it. I think there's some creamy custard and various other bits and bobs going on in there. But anyway, right, I'm going to be done now. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Dean the Vaping Biker. You've been awesome, and I'm going to carry on vaping away, getting this shit together, and figuring out how to be super inventive and exciting for the reviews coming up this coming week. Thanks very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Go and have it large. Oh, yes.
I'm fading, it's come to an end. I feel an obligation